Crystal Forcefield. So, to be perfectly honest, I think this is going to be a pretty short one because I honestly just don't have terribly much to say about Crystal Forcefield. It's a pretty underwhelming card in a lot of respects, and it's just not a lot to talk about. So, why exactly is Crystal Forcefield so underwhelming? Basically, it's because it's an epic troublemaker disguised as a resource. Epic troublemakers, of course, prevent both sides from confronting the problem, but can be gotten rid of in some form by either player, just like Crystal Forcefield. It stops the problem from being confronted entirely, but either player can pay 3 to banish it, and then the card is gone. So, epic troublemakers are typically good, though, right? So why is Crystal Forcefield not? First off, it costs 2. Now, it does affect the problem immediately, while troublemakers tend to not affect the problem until the turn afterwards. But that being said, the payoff is just not worth it, because for troublemakers, there are a lot of ways to protect them, such as Carbo Loader or purple movement, which is typically what you would use were you in purple already to play Crystal Forcefield, or various other things, face-off tricks like Critter Cavalry, for example. So you can protect your troublemakers easily. The Crystal Forcefield, if they have 3 AT, they can just banish it and it's gone, and then there's no problem. Now, to be fair, they did pay more AT than you did, but you paid 2 AT in a card, so they are barely coming out behind. Very, very barely. Honestly, it's just typically not worth the cost, which is why you don't see people playing this card very often. And worst case scenario, you're hurting yourself and you need to pay the 3 to banish it yourself to confront the problem. Ugh. So you paid 5 to do basically nothing. And that's not a very good situation to be in. So yeah, it's a very, very underwhelming card. Just bad all around. Now, the good news is it does have a 5 flip, but that's about it. That's the only thing I can think of that's positive about the card. It's hard to play, it's not worth the cost, and it's easy to get around. So, just subpar card. I don't know what else to say. Even the art itself isn't all that interesting. I mean, it's the shimmering ripple effect, but it doesn't really come across very well in the card. It's really something that needs to be animated to even be interesting. So, it's just not a very interesting card at all, and I don't know what else to say, like I said. So, I guess that's it. I'm just going to cut it here before I just keep rambling about the fact that I don't know what to talk about. So, thank you, Isseus, for submitting this. I know you submitted this specifically because you didn't think I would have much to talk about, and you were right. So, congratulations. Next time, however, we should be discussing more interesting cards. This is actually the Crystal Forcefield is the last one of batch 1. So if you've submitted 3 cards, after today you will be able to submit 1 more card. I will be updating the spreadsheet tomorrow at work, probably just not going to deal with it tonight. But tomorrow we will be discussing yet another Trixie card. This one's pretty different, though. This one would be Trixie Center Stage. So, yeah, more Trixie. People like her for some reason, right? Right? Yeah. So, I'm sure I'll have more to say about Trixie than I did about Crystal Forcefield. This is actually a far, far more interesting card in my opinion. So, yeah, that's it. I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later, guys.